and just kind of get you guys caught up here. Hello, everyone. All right. So thank you so much for coming. This is our second breathwork session, and we are literally going to dive right on in to doing a really fun breathwork meditation with a lady that I know who has done this fun train meditation. I know all of you guys love horses and being outside and all this kind of stuff. So I thought it was a really great way to it's kind of like a law of attraction, breath work, fun meditation that's all combined into one. And so while I get you guys to just sort of find a comfortable spot, find a place where you won't, if you do end up sort of needing to just lie back, or if you need to sort of get your bearings that you're not going to fall over anywhere, we'd like to have some pillows and stuff like that. We went through a lot of the things that you just sort of want to be careful of with seizures, with things like that. Doing deep, deep breath work can be intense. So if this is the case, please join along and just continue with the rhythmic breathing to the music, or even go back to just sort of in for 4 and out for 4. If you find yourself lost along the way, you need a moment. This is not going to be a deep, heavy, intense meditation. This is going to be a really fun, manifesting, tapping into all our dreams and all these things, these movies that are just playing along for us to just be able to actually see, so that we can bring that energy to it. So it's going to be really enjoyable. I'd love if you have an eye mask, you can definitely get that out. If you want to just kind of have a quick drink, we're going to talk for like 2 minutes about the breaths. I did go through it really quickly, but I didn't hit record. So now that we have everyone joined for tonight, I think I will just go through it quickly one more time. So we're going to do rhythmic breathing, which is just going to go along with the music, literally guided. You're going to listen to my friend's voice, and she's going to kind of direct you with the timing. So it'll be a nice deep breath in and out, and just literally following her. And then we are going to get into this meditation where we're taking you on a little bit of a trip. And as we get into different parts of this, we're going to be breathing a little bit faster, a little bit slower. And then we're going to move into the breath retention once we get into the train station. And we are going to breathe out as far as we can. You want that breath to just go out, 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 out. And there's even times where I'm going to encourage you guys, when you're doing that breath out, you can even kind of go, ooh, give it a bit of a sound. When you give it a bit of a sound, it just releases some of that stale air. You guys will be on mute, so feel free to make noise, feel free to move, feel free to do whatever it is you feel like you need to do while you're actually just sort of allowing this breath work to just allow your body and your soul and your mind to just all kind of come together in one fell swoop. And then on the last time, when we're extending that breath out as much as we can, we're going to call it a breath retention. We're going to hold it for about a minute. We have this about a minute space for you to hold that breath. Now, the thing that I didn't mention is, if you need to, before we say take a deep breath in, I want you to take that breath in. I don't want you to fight it longer just because we're saying hold it. I want you to take a breath. You can even just take a sip. You can go and then breathe out again and continue trying to hold it for the rest of that minute. Absolutely take a deep breath in if you need to, okay? You don't have to not actually breathe. This is just to test your body, see how far it can go. Ask it if it can just go a few seconds longer once it wants to take that first breath in. Just sort of test your limitations, connect with your body, connect with your fight or flight response, and notice how it says to you, okay, it's time, and really honor it, okay? So after that minute, we're going to say, take a nice deep breath in. You're going to simply take that nice deep breath in. You're going to hold it. And then we're talking about the Mula Bandha, where I've taught you guys to sort of contract all those pelvic muscles, contract your basically your perineum, your anus, your genitals. We're contracting them all. We're pulling them in, and we're pulling them up towards the head. So on that deep breath in, we're going to take the deep breath in, we're going to hold, and then we're going to bring up all those pelvic floor muscles, get that energy moving, that Mula Bandha energy. It'll go literally right up through our crown. And then we're going to just breathe. And we're going to hold that for about 10 seconds or so. And then we're just going to release it as much as we can and breathe normally before we go back into rhythmic breathing again. So I am going to just go ahead and share. If anybody has any questions, because I know you guys just kind of popped in here, please feel free to ask them before I end up going away here. All right. So you're going to end up just experiencing us starting to breathe. We're going to get you into a bit of a meditative state. So at first, I'd love if you can just literally listen and allow your body to just breathe as it wants to breathe. Hopefully you guys can hear this. We're going to get started.
Stretch out and make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes and feel your body. Now just for a moment, tense and contract all the muscles in your whole body and face as strongly as you can, and hold that contraction for a moment. Hold as tight as you can. Now let go. Feeling all the tension just melt out of you. Allowing your body to relax and feel the relief. Now take a deep breath in, filling your belly and chest. And let it out with a huge sigh of relief. Breathe in one more time. And as you let the air out, release and fall even deeper. Letting yourself feel grateful for this moment of relaxation. Now scan through your body and notice if there are any remaining tensions, even subtle ones. Feel where they are and imagine them releasing and falling out of your body as you relax even deeper. Now notice any tensions in your mind, even subtle ones. Feel where they are and let them release and float away as you feel yourself falling even deeper. Now zoom into your heart center, that wide, deep, soft space of who you are. That place where you can feel the core of your being. Feel your dreams and desires swirling in there. What is your dream? As you think of your dream, allow yourself to feel your desire for it. Notice where you feel this desire in your body. Now zoom into your dream, right into the moment when your wish is fulfilled. Imagine you're living it right now. Relax into your full imaginative senses. What does it look like to be there? Notice what you see, what you hear, what you touch, smell, or taste. What are you doing in that moment? Maybe you are celebrating or jumping with joy. Maybe you are thanking someone, or maybe someone is thanking you. Imagine what you're doing and feel yourself doing it as if you're living it right now. Now zoom into your feelings. How does it feel when your wish is fulfilled? Maybe you have tears of relief or happiness in your eyes. Imagine this moment and feel your feeling as fully as you can. Now notice where the feeling is in your body. As you notice it, you can let it expand. Now take this wondrous feeling and hold it in your hands. Notice what it looks like, its color or its light. Take a deep breath in and blow your breath upon it and watch how it expands, getting bigger much brighter until it's shining light. Now take this shining light and put it in your heart so you'll always have it with you to guide you on your way. And as you travel through this journey, it will expand into your now as you become your dream feeling and it becomes you. You're about to start your journey. Be playful and have fun. There are no limits. Now open your eyes of imagination. In the distance, you can see a golden horse-drawn coach led by 18 shining white horses coming towards you. They will bring you to the station to catch your train. Imagine those beautiful horses as they gallop towards you, pulling that coach which glows in the mist. As they come closer, they slow down, passing you slightly as they come to a halt, stopping the coach right at your feet. The footman steps down from the back of the coach. He opens the doors and folds out the stairs. Then he offers his hand to help you step in, not knowing at all what is to come. Your curiosity wins, and with a gleam of excitement, you accept, and then you step in. Inside the coach are lush blue velvet seats. As you sit, you notice that it feels like sitting in a cushion of feathered love. You relax deeply into this cushion, feeling a sense of being breathed from above. As the magic begins to enter your lungs. The horses start shuffling, getting ready to go. In a moment, we'll start breathing to the beats of their hooves. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in. You are now on your way. Out. Just listen in to the horse's hooves tapping. Out. In as you follow my voice. Out. And the beats of their hooves. In. Your body relaxes. Out. as you're carried along. In, out, in, out, in. Breathing that circular rhythm out, like the rotating wheels of the coach. In, feeling the comfort, out, and feeling so safe. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now listen. In, the horses start to trot. Out, in, carrying you out into the rhythm, in and into the flow. Out, in, out, in, as you align your breath out with the rhythm and the flow. In, you can feel the harmony out of your heart joining in. In, out, in, as you breathe out, let your breath flow in through your heart. Out, in, out, in, out, in. As you breathe through your heart, out, feel it start opening. In, out, in. Imagine a curtain out over your heart. In, that is opening up. Out, in, as you imagine it opening. Out, you can feel in gentle vibrations out of love. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. As those curtains are opened out, your heart softens in, getting ready to receive out, in, feeling a touch of excitement out for what's about to come. In, out, in, reaching the station, out, where you'll go on the train. In, out, in. Get ready to exit the coach. Out for your first breath retention. In, out. Breathe fully in and breathe fully out. Relax and hold your breath out as you enter this misty, mysterious station where everything seems to be in slow motion. Your body can deeply let go and relax everywhere as you quietly await your train. Hold your breath a bit past the comfort zone, and before you take a sip of air, relax a bit more, as deep as you can. Then take your sip and let yourself melt back into the mist. When you hear the bell announcing the arrival of your train, it's time to get ready to breathe in again. Now breathe in fully, hold the air in, and squeeze your pelvic floor, pulling up the energy of your dream. Feel it flowing up your spine and into your midbrain, awakening all the connections. Now let the air out with a sigh of good feelings. Breathe fully in one more time, and breathe out with a tone. Returning to your normal calm breath as you see the doors of your train opening, asking you to come in. You hesitate slightly, but with wonder and fascination, you step in. Then you sit yourself down as the train starts to move. Now breathe yourself slowly and follow the rhythm of the Soma Express. on the train. Out. You feel the vibrations. Feeling the peace of the rhythm. Out. Out. As you gaze out the window, out, you fall into a daydream, dreaming of being in your dream. Out. As you flow that circular breath out through the light in your heart, you can fully imagine living in your dream, fully sensing that moment when your wish is fulfilled. As you flow with your breath through that light in your heart, keep dreaming that moment when your wish is fulfilled. Feel yourself there and let it expand. Let's breathe faster now. And in, out, in, out, in. Charge in your dream. And charging your light. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, the train stop is coming. In, out, in. Prepare to step out. In, out, in, out. Now breathe. breathe fully out, entering into your breath retention, letting yourself fall into a vortex of magic as you feel your dreams swirling around you. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. Let yourself sink deeper as your dreams soak into the magic of creation. If you feel ready, go ahead and take that deep breath in and hold. Squeeze and pull up the energy of your dreams through the light in your heart and into your third eye as it starts to shine out into your reality, into your reality, into your reality. Now release the air out slowly as you feel the magic swirling around you. Take another deep breath in, hold and squeeze, feeling the sparkles. And release the air out with a tongue. Breathe fully in one more time. And breathe out with a tongue. Returning to your normal calm breath. Now let it all go and feel how you're free, shining that light that you put in your heart.
have you guys come back to me whenever you are ready. You can just enjoy your regular breathing for a few moments. It's so fun to just do a little bit of a vision journey, and I've honestly never done breath work and energy at the same time. So that was a really cool experience for me too, to be able to do that with you guys. I know the sound still isn't the best. I have to master the art of having music and meditation at the same time and being able to sort of broadcast it for you guys properly. Would anyone care to share how they did with that? Sorry, I'm ripping you guys right back into reality here. That was definitely, I think that was probably the first time the first time we've as a group have done a breathwork circle. So I'll open the floor up to Jessie there. I saw you unmuted. How are you doing? How was that for you?
Yeah, I sort of lost a lot of track. It was hard to hear.
Was it? Okay,
But
I
I
was
actually
worried
did
about that.
see, yeah, I did see some things. I'm very resistant to following stuff. But anyway, it was nice imagery. The 18 horses and all that sort of stuff. So.
Nice. Nice. Did you find it, were you able to be present when we did the breath retention? I was trying to watch your breathing because I could tell your phone was, I could see it going up and down when you were breathing. So it was really, I could monitor you really well. And I know you were doing really good on the breath, in
Oh,
doing,
good.
I
Okay.
did that really good. Yeah. Did you find it tough? Were you trying to do the breath retention? Were you trying to hold it?
Does she only do it a couple of times?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
You did it good.
oh well.
That's
I'm not
perfect.
very good at holding my breath, but anyway.
Yeah, I saw you did well. Like you had a good you did have a good stint of it the first time there. I was watching, and it looked to be that you were doing really well. So great job. This is the first time, and that's why I wanted to kind of have a fun one with lots of imagery, because like I say, usually I just use the music and it's just very intense because you go in deep. We sort of dig out some stuff, and we do really, really hard breath retentions. Like I push you a little bit further past that first sort of urge to breathe a little bit more. So, but this is like a really good sort of gentle beginner one. But I do apologize because the sound, that's literally the one thing that I have to figure out, because the only other option I have is having someone else have the music and me doing this sort of meditation over, but it still tends to cut out just because it's Zoom. So the recordings that I have, I only have a system that records 20-minute meditation. So I wanted to do a longer one. So I figured I would give it a try and just see. So I appreciate your honesty, and let me know, if you couldn't hear a lot of it, or if I'll watch it on replay after anyways, but that's
Yeah,
usually
if
when I
you
know,
watch it on
the
replay,
sound
you'll
was
see it.
perfect.
That was good. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. I'll send you guys a couple of the ones that I have recorded so that you can just do those that like on your own accord. So now that you've done what's sort of with us, you sort of know how it works. It's just if I send something over, I want you to be able to just to have a little bit of basis. And now the other thing too is you can go on YouTube and look up almost any kind of breath work, whatever, and you're going to already you're a beginner breath worker. You're already you've got all that under your belt already. So it's just your opportunities are going to be endless, and you'll see the different kinds of, there's a lot of electronic dance music with the Soma stuff, but there's a lot of different types of breath work out there that have really neat meditations that go alongside of them. So it's kind of fun to explore now that you've had a little bit of a taste. And that was sort of the intention with this whole thing, is to give you a good solid taste of, you know, a lot of the different kinds that go into one. But you'll notice a lot of it is the same thing. It's that breath retention. There's, you know, you'll see guys on there showing you all different ways to sort of do it really intensely and then hold their breath. You watch them almost pass out on screen. Like, I often do pass out. There's one guy, he's really intense. There's like so many different breath workers out there, but this will give you you'll understand. You'll be like, oh, Soma, or Kundalini. That's something that is a whole different sort of ball game, but you might notice that starts to kind of pop up into your field, because that's when your body and your mind connect with the breath work. You can actually go in and do some stuff unwinding it. Kundalini is apparently like a serpent that is wrapped 3.5 times around our root. And this Kundalini awakening that people have is where they feel like things shooting out of their body and these like electric forces, or they drop down onto the ground. My coach Shilpi literally dropped down onto the ground in her bathroom. She felt this like crazy sparky thing happen, boom, out for she doesn't even know how long, crawled herself into bed, passed out for a few hours, and felt great after, and then was just super in tune with things. It's like, that was a Kundalini awakening. That's quite amazing. You either think you're going to die, or you have just come around to a really amazing psychic bypass sort of thing. It's just
So is that what the police are warning the TikTok kids about?
That's
Is
right.
it?
Yeah, they're doing these crazy breath work, like they're pushing themselves past, and then they pass out and end up having these like experiences, and they're okay after, but
Hurting themselves.
they
They're
don't, they're
damaging
not safe.
themselves when they fall.
Yeah, they do it right in front of a glass coffee table, for crying out loud. Like, I don't know if we did that as kids too. You would kind of like hold each other against the wall for a few. I don't know why we ever thought this. It was always a great idea until someone hurt themselves, which they did, you know. It was like, that wasn't such a good idea. But those chemicals that start to flow once you get that breath retention happening can be quite extreme. So how about you, Samara? I'd love to hear, how did you do there? Oh, there we go.
I did good. It felt really good. In fact, I think by the time I was in the train, I was like I was so into the beat. I was doing like figure eights with the beat on top of the breath work. It was really cool. But yeah, what was I gonna say? There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, I couldn't hold, like, you know, I had to do that deep breath and hold like 2 times, 3 times during the time she was holding. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I'm so glad. So glad that and in the morning we always say it's easier to do breath work because you don't have all the energy of all the things that have come in our field all day weighing down on us. So it is harder.
I was like this, you know, because I was just home from work and
right, literally. I can't even believe
different now.
That's awesome.
So much better. Thank you.
So good. So good. I'm absolutely just tickled that you made it. That's so good.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. I'll just kind of go in order on my gallery screen. How about you, Nikki? You're next in line there. How did you do?
Oh, sweetheart, it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
Could you hear okay enough? Like
in the beginning, it was a little bit of a crackly, you know what I mean? It was
right.
like, but I was getting adjusted to the whole rhythm of
Yes.
it. But once I just like, yeah, I quiet myself down because it can get quite distracting with that music, you know.
It
Sometimes
can.
for me. But yeah, no, it was like you said, once I was on the train, then it was like, yeah, and then the horses, and so then I was following beautifully, and then the breathing. Yeah, it was lovely.
Good.
Just lovely.
Good. Were you able to do a hold? Were you able to get into that retention at all?
The first round I couldn't, because I you know, I took the deep breath in, as she says, and then hold, and I missed that one because I think I did too much of a hold of the breath, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
The inhaling, yeah, and then exhaling, and then the second round I got it. I
Good
sort
for
of could
you.
hold. Yeah.
Good.
Bless you. Bless you.
It's funny. I almost for about 4 days, I had stopped sneezing after I was in the field. Like usually after I do recode and I'm releasing stuff with people, I always sneeze. And I had kind of
Amazing.
stopped for a little while. It wasn't, but
Wow.
it's my body's releasing again. It's good. I love it. I love it.
But
So
Jackie,
good.
could you do a Kundalini with us or not? Or does that?
Absolutely, we could. Absolutely,
I would
we could.
love that. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, it's a, yeah,
But I want to
it's
be under your supervision when that happens. Because
that's
they
it.
say when
Yeah,
you do that, you need to have someone
you
that is
do.
guiding you. You can't do that on your own.
Yeah.
It's not advisable.
I only usually, when
Does
I do
that
it, I
mean
do it,
that Nikki's going to come visit us in Manitoba?
right? I think we
What?
should go to New York, hon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
please
let's go to New
do.
In fact, with Christiana and Shannon and I, we've all been under this like snowstorm for the last 3 days. I think we'd pretty much take any of your places over where we are right now. It's just crazy.
I hear
But
you.
I think that usually if I do anything like the Kundalini ones, I do it either one-on-one or with just 2 people so that I can really sort of
You can
be
monitor.
right with
Yeah.
you. And we're on a bigger screen too, and I have you like literally right beside me and make sure someone's home. So it's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, cool.
We can definitely do that. Yeah, it's a big one to kind of, because your mind starts wondering, am I doing this right? That breath retention, sort of getting it is a lot at first. That's why I just felt this one would be really fun and just sort of easy and gentle to get into. And it wasn't 3 breath retentions because I knew as well with too much all at once. Shoot, it's a lot to release. Pardon me.
Bless you. Bless you. Wow. It's really, goodness.
So
You're not
good.
joking about the sneezing, right?
It
Wow.
was terrible at first when I first started coaching, because I would be just coming out of a recode with someone and you're like right in that meditative state. And I'm like, just trying not to sneeze so hard. Like, and you can come back to me.
It's really typical, I think, to either yawn or sneeze or do something like that.
Yes, that yawning. I get that a lot with people. They're just, such yawning. And yeah. Shoot, darn it, this is not good.
Wow, it's like a train. It's
hilarious.
It's quite something to witness.
It was really neat too, because I was working on the head and I could just feel like almost like someone had this like spike in their head, and I was just like almost pulling it out. And then I noticed Christiana had to sort of shift and move. That was you, hey? You'll notice even if you're watching the recording, you'll see there was certain times where I was like just holding things, and then I'd kind of look, and I felt like there was some stuff moving from your head there, and it was really neat. I went and did a lot of hip and knee stuff around. Shoot, pardon me, Samara and Nikki.
Oh my word, it's the day.
Get it out, girl. Get it out.
Wow, get it out.
So funny, eh?
Wow,
you know what I think a lot of it was too is in that I was trying not to brush off my hands too much, because the sound all gets picked up because my mic is really touchy. So I was trying not to brush it off too much, and I think my body's just letting it all go right now. It's so cool. I'll just get rid of that.
Do, Jack, I really appreciate that you do the hips and the knees for me and for Sharon. You said, yeah. Who else?
Who was I don't know. I was in sort of like, it was kind of like my bottom 3 there. I have Jessie and Samara on the bottom there, and I was like sort of just in the hips and knees, like they just felt really heavy, and I just kind of kept going back there and just settling in on them. And especially at the end, I just kind of went back to the hips and knees and just tried to sort of move everything up. So
wow,
it was great. I'm glad. And I was kind of dancing around the shoulders of my uppers, my Christiana and Shannon, and even in Jessie, I was kind of feeling that right shoulder there, and just kinda, trying to move some stuff there. So how about you, Christiana? How did you do for your first breathwork circle? I know that was intense.
That was intense. Oh, Jackie, we love you so much. So amazing. So one difference that I found from that other breathwork class that I did was the 4-4, like the box breath. That was a lot easier, and I could do the retention as well. This time, the box breathing, I had such a difficult time, and that was like most of the time. So I really struggled for most of it. But when it came to the retention, on the breath in and the hold, my kitten Salem came and licked my face every single time. So I was distracted like constantly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's really cool.
And
that is really cool.
So the retention I really enjoyed, right? Because I really found that the easiest.
Good.
And then, everything visual, it came fairly easy. And then when everything was done, I opened my eyes and my eyes were tearing. I don't know what happened. I wasn't expecting, I didn't feel it. It just suddenly, I'm back in the present and my eyes are watering.
That's so beautiful.
And it just, yeah, but no, it was really amazing.
That's neat. She probably, Salem was probably literally sensing that your body was going into a different state and able to just literally, like, it's almost like a service kitten, like, you're not getting enough oxygen, here you go, here's a kiss, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're literally depriving ourselves of oxygen for a few minutes, for a few seconds even, to create that chemical response, that hypoxia that can be just so absolutely incredible. And so even just doing that for like once a day, just kind of taking a few nice deep breaths. I think what might have happened for you at first was you might have been holding too much with the breath, because it's actually just sort of like in and out and in and out. So the holding, you trying to hold in between might have been too much, and that might have been what threw you off. So that's good to note for next time. So literally just have it a breath in and out, and don't do that hold in between, and you'll find it's just a little bit more easy to keep up with the rhythm, and then you won't struggle as much. But that's absolutely perfect. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. It's not easy to just kind of tune into the imagination too, right? Like, as far as just letting it go, and you did really good. Did really good. Love it. How about you, Miss Shannon? How did you do? I couldn't see you, so
for me, because I was lying down and I had my thing up. So basically it just shows my back screen kind of thing if it's not on my face, right? So for me, the hardest part was the short breaths and to try to be in time, because with me, I could hold my breath a really long time. So just keep in time without over holding my breath or, that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, just trying to stay in rhythm with everybody else. It is tricky when, we all breathe, you're trying to breathe to the rhythm, and it's like, okay. Yep. And then it was, I found it was really, I loved it. I loved my dress. That was the thing I remember the most. Of course, you're going into this carriage, you have to have a big fluffy Cinderella fluffy dress.
That's so awesome.
So I had this big, huge ball gown that I hopped into the carriage with.
That's amazing. Love that. That's so great.
So that was probably my favorite thing, was looking at my big poofy dress.
That's gorgeous.
I like to dress up. I got distracted by my dress. But it was really easy for me to get into the third eye, and I saw all the colors, and I saw that intense white light that came once I got into like the whole purple swirls and all that kind of stuff. So
good for you.
It was good. It was really good.
Yeah. I love it. Oh, you guys are
that was the first time I've actually kind of been able to even get near third eye. So it wasn't swirls and stuff. It was still dark, but at least I was able to get there.
I love it. I love it. Sometimes connecting that breath and that it's really neat, that mula bandha, that pelvic pull that we have really is to connect right up through that third eye, right into the crown, goes right through the heart, like just traveling right up. So the more you do it and the more you practice that, the bigger you can make that pull up. It's like it sort of pushes and decalcifies everything in that, around that third eye, that pineal gland and pituitary and everything. It just absolutely opens that whole area up, and then it's easier to kind of get that in connection with it again. So it's pretty cool once you start to explore a little bit more. So I'm going to stop the recording so that I can send this off.